Hello and welcome to the CNBC TV 18 special. Today I'm coming to you from the Oberoi Hotel in New Delhi. Incidentally, this is the country's first luxury hotel. Its doors were opened in 1965. The Oberoi in New Delhi is now going to be temporarily shut down for 2 years as the group is planning restoration. Let's find out from the Oberoi family why this restoration could prove to be a game changer for the group. The capital city's iconic hotel, the Oberoi New Delhi, was built by the Hospitality Group's founder, Rai Bahadur M.S. Oberoi, more than half a century ago. His son, P.R.S. Oberoi, popularly known as Bicky, spent the better part of the last 2 years drawing up plans to revamp this 283-room hotel. We take a trip down memory lane with the 87-year-old industry legend. As India's first luxury hotel, the Oberoi New Delhi was also the country's first hotel to offer 24-hour in-room dining and butler service. It was also the first hotel to introduce the concept of a private club for business meetings. India's first 24/7 coffee shop was also started from this hotel. That was eventually turned into the 360, a famous restaurant that redefined fine dining and also introduced sushi to the capital city. P.R.S. Oberoi believes it's the end of an era.
It is history because a lot of important people have stayed here over the years. And we've had some very loyal customers. And most of them have been very, very happy. So it's, I think a lot of people will be very nostalgic. I'm personally sad, in a way.
But it's a decision you had to take. Was it only done by business? Had you been convinced about it, or did you know, yes, now it is time to upgrade?
Well, we've been thinking about it for several years. And with new hotels opening, more competition, this is the right time, I think, to commence the restoration of the hotel.
Was this your decision to temporarily shut down, or was it the investors or your family, the younger family members that told you, no, we have to do this?
No, I think it was a collective decision.
Were you the last one to come on board with the decision?
No, I was probably the first one.
You were the first one?
Probably.
And then you had to convince the others?
But everybody recognizes this, a hotel that's over 50 years old, something has to be done.
So how is it going to get better and bigger? What are you going to keep over here, not keep here? What is the plan?
Well, it won't be any bigger, unfortunately. In fact, the number of rooms are going to be reduced because we need larger bathrooms, some bigger rooms. So that is going to be all new. All the interiors will be new, and all the furniture will be new. The restaurants will be redesigned. We've been working on this project for the last 2 years, actually. And
are you going to do this across hotels, beginning with this?
Well, we don't have many old hotels like this. We have a couple, and we'll see when we have to do them. I don't want to take too much work on at the same time.
And how long do you think it will take to restore this hotel?
We hope 18 months, but maximum of 2 years.
Mr. Oberoi, you're known to be a perfectionist. Do you think you'll be able to stick to your own timeline of 18 months?
Well, they call me a perfectionist. I think it's exaggerated.
You're not right?
I think we can do it in 18 months. I think so.
You will be on top of them to make sure that they do?
Yes, I'll be here very frequently.
So when the new hotel opens, are we going to have a 360? Are we going to have a Taipan?
We'll have a Taipan. We'll have a 360. And the restaurants will remain the same atmosphere. I hope that people like them.
Now tell me a little bit about the journey. How was it conceived? How long was it, did it take to build this? It is, in the sense, the first luxury hotel in the country.
It was the first luxury hotel in the country. Well, the hotel opened, as you know, in 1965. We started work in around 61, so it took 4 years to build. My father had gone around the world looking at several hotels. He asked me also because I traveled a lot. And when he came back, he said, no, we have to make much better than hotels that exist elsewhere. And this hotel was considered one of the best in the world for many years. So I have a lot of good memories about this hotel.
So let's discuss the memories. What is your most memorable moment in this hotel?
I think when it opened.
You remember the day like it was yesterday?
Yes, it opened in September, as far as I can recall. And the war with Pakistan happened at that time. And the siren went off, and we had to go to the basement. There were no bombs, fortunately.
Yeah. So you opened the hotel, and we were suddenly at war with Pakistan.
Yeah.
So you opened for business, and what, the restaurants were opened, you had customers staying in the hotels? How
We
was
had
it?
customers staying in the hotel. Not that many, we had a lot of guests we had invited. And the war didn't last that long.
Yeah.
And while it lasted, we had a lot of foreign correspondents here in the hotel.
So they stayed here?
They stayed here.
Just to understand, it was at that time the country's first luxury hotel, perhaps our first, tryst with a five-star hotel. What were the prices like?
As far as I can remember, it's a long time ago. I think a room was around 80 rupees.
Oh, 80 rupees? But that was a fortune back then.
Yes.
What happened in 1971?
There were no air raid alarms. The hotel functioned perfectly well. There was no blackout as far as I can remember. Everything was normal. But whenever there's a situation like that, we get a lot of foreign correspondents coming to stay at the hotel.
And they get the budget to stay in this hotel?
Oh, I presume so. Otherwise they wouldn't come.
And looking back, who would you say has been the most famous guest that has stayed here?
I think it would be unfair to name one person.
Okay, name as many as you like.
No. Many heads of state, important businessmen from India and abroad, many from abroad have stayed here. And it wouldn't be fair to name one or two, I think.
Like the US presidents, for example, now have no choice but to stay in one of your competitors' hotels simply because, they've managed to bring about all these security arrangements and gadgets. Are you going to equip the hotel with all of those now?
No, we have all the gadgets, even now. I think the President of the United States says that the Maurya, because they're very near the embassy, and security is a problem these days.
Okay, so it's not because the way it's always made out to...
As far as I know, that is the reason.
Okay, because I've interviewed ITC in the past when, Mr. Obama was going to stay there, and that's what they said. We have the state-of-the-art technology. It's the most secure hotel in the city, but you don't think that's the case?
Well, I don't know about their security. I don't want to say yes, good or bad, because I don't know. But our security is very, very good here.
Okay.
We have maybe 200 cameras. And our security staff are very active, and we take all the precautions. Some of our guests don't like all the security measures we've taken.
But I guess life also changed after 26/11 for hotels, and they had to, keep up, if I may say so, with the times and anticipate all the bad things.
Yes.
That must have been tough.
Well, we are very conscious about security. And we have a person who goes and checks our hotels for security, the chief security officer of the company, because times are bad and we have to be very, very careful.
Yeah. You have staff here for so many years. What's going to happen to them? Are you absorbing them in other hotels?
Yes, we are sending some abroad, some to other hotels. Some older people have asked to be retired. So everybody's being taken care of.
Mr. Oberoi, when you go to one of your hotels, what do you do to make sure everything is in place? Like, do you go for a tour? Where does it all start from?
I don't go on a tour of the hotel.
No?
No. If I see anything wrong, I tell the general manager. Usually I don't give instructions to any other person other than the general manager. So if I see something wrong, I tell him that this is not right, and they put it right. And our people are very good. They have good eye for detail.
So, going forward, what can we expect in the new Oberoi? You told me that you're going to have better technology, smaller rooms, the bathrooms are going to be better. When we come back 18 months later, what can we expect?
Wow.
Wow?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Oberoi, for joining us here on
very
CNBC TV 18.
Thank you.
With that, time for a short commercial break. You're watching a CNBC TV 18 special where we're in conversation with the media-shy Oberoi family, finding out why they've decided to shut down temporarily the Oberoi Hotel in New Delhi. Stay tuned.